You don't know that. I still want that, bro. Okay, bro. That's what dog. I still want that shirt, bro. I'm Shaq from Culturalnoise. I'm here with the guys from Daily and yesterday, MIA.
What's up? I'm Michael.
What up? It's Alex, also known as Flock.
My name is George, Proxy, Weekend, Zeke, anything you guys want to call me.
Long list.
Got 18 names.
BD.
Let's get into it.
And this is Daily Noise. So here at Daily Noise, we talk about everything from food, fashion, sports, and everything under the sun. And this week's topic, we're gonna start off with none other than Popeye's chicken.
The most viral thing happening right now.
No idea what's going on with those lines.
Bro, so I was driving here, and I was driving down the block, and there had to be at least...
Popeye's avocado?
Yes, bro. There had to be at least like 12 cars and 13 people inside.
I haven't tried it yet. I mean, I'm not waiting in the line, nothing. I'll get to it later. We'll see what's up.
It's insane how like all these artists, all these famous people, you got people like Ben Baller, Lil Pump, everyone's just posting Popeyes.
Yeah.
Lil Baller, let me hurry the fuck up. Hello, Ben Baller. Ben Baller was at Popeyes like at 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it was sold out already
Bro,
at 10:30 in the morning.
My thing is like, why do people wake up so early to get the... Just go to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A's been doing this for years. Like, I feel like it's the same thing.
Popeyes don't serve
It's
breakfast.
the new thing.
That is true.
They're literally there for the sandwich.
Yeah.
That's
And it's
crazy.
the new thing. Everybody wants to do the new thing. Everybody wants to do the thing that everybody else is doing. So right now, it's the Popeyes, and you got to do the challenge, and you got to get
Low
there.
key, Shake Shack chicken sandwich.
That's my
It's
number
better?
It
one.
might be a contender.
Better than
I don't
Chick-fil-A?
know. I don't know.
That's my number one.
I don't
Are you
know.
serious?
It's pretty good.
I'm not gonna say this.
I haven't tried
But I
it.
might have gone to Shake Shack once a day. this
Facts.
week.
You're
Facts.
bugging. I know Chick-fil-A's
Like,
They
closed.
get different things. Like it's not just the chicken sandwich. You know what I mean?
So I know Chick-fil-A's closed on Sundays, but still, like, I think they got the best chicken sandwich. And I don't even eat chicken.
Is a Popeyes? I have yet to do the Popeyes. I have yet to try it. But is it spicy? Because they have
I don't
spicy
know, you
options.
tried it.
It's
Yeah.
mild. It's mild. I've never had it though.
You never-
But I assume it's like the chicken that they serve, where
I
it's
didn't
either
have- I
mild
didn't
or
have both,
spicy.
yeah.
They don't
They
do
have
like
both.
regular.
'Cause I'm definitely a spicy guy from Chick-fil-A.
So my thing is like, Quavo was selling it out to Trump for $1,000.
For $1,000,
And we seen it on StockX.
No, I mean not everyone just likes to troll.
Yeah.
Convinced, 100%.
The craziest thing I saw was they put a message in front of the Popeyes that says, we're only gonna have 175 chicken sandwiches today, so it's a maximum 2 per customer. That's the new
crazy.
thing. That's the
Then
new
by
thing.
2 p.m.
Bro, it's like you're selling
the
shoes.
next sign says it's sold out.
Sold out.
It was on Grillo. It was on StockX.
So my thing,
People doing all the Photoshop.
all right. So my thing is like, where did it come from? Because it was the spicy nuggets like 2 weeks ago. Wendy's have put out the spicy nuggets and people was going
Power
crazy.
of Black Twitter, man.
Twitter
It's the
in
craziest
general.
marketing tool.
Twitter in general, like.
But going back to like
You
who
have to
started
go at
it?
5 p.m.
Exactly.
Who started it? Was it Popeyes that started it?
Started the actual like
Popeyes
chicken
launched?
sandwich like trend.
I'm talking
No,
about
they
like
launched
just
a new
the
idea.
viralness.
No,
of it.
they launched a new idea, and it's super cheap, and the marketing was perfect, and that's it. And then
'Cause I know
other
there's
people made a big deal about it because it probably is really good.
2 stereotypes were confirmed this week about black people. 1, how much you love chicken. And 2, the sandwich came out 2 months ago. You are late.
I know there's a few like quoted tweets about like, I guess, you know, meme culture and like trolling
Yeah.
one another.
Next week, it might die down enough to where we could bring some.
They're both better.
Low key, the restaurant that's taking the biggest L from this, in my opinion, is KFC. Like no one speaks about them. They're not in the loop.
How you think Churches
I don't even think
feels?
they're on Twitter. Like,
They're gonna come back with a chicken sandwich, dog.
The last
They're
thing I
enjoying
remember
it.
from them was Charles Barkley and the $5 box that rocks and rocks.
Oh my god.
nah.
That's the
How
last
old is
thing.
that?
That's it.
But, yo, he knows he has a lot of older knowledge. He'll be spitting some gems.
Yo, $5 box that rocks and rocks. Y'all don't remember that?
We could spend all day on this damn chicken sandwich and which one is better or whatever, but I know you're extra happy today, just because. Oh my gosh, the damn Gators won.
Shout out UF. I didn't go there, by the way. I didn't go to
You slept there?
didn't. Yeah, I stayed
campus.
in the dorm
Counts.
a few weekends. You know,
That
that counts. Yo,
Half of Miami didn't go to UM, and
we
they
were
still
watching
root
the
for you.
game here yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And Raul was just like, yo, the QB's just gonna keep launching it downfield, hoping for the defensive pass interference. It happened twice in a row.
So everybody here
It almost happened
sucks.
in the end zone
That
too.
sucks about football nowadays. Like,
It's trash.
Yo,
but
and that
at least
kid,
in college football, that's only 15 years.
that freshman quarterback for UM took like 280 hits or something like that.
That game?
That game.
That O-line.
That is ridiculous.
Like, that's wild. He was getting hit all over.
And we
the place.
still
every
almost
play,
won.
almost every play. Guys.
Hey, bro, if you ever see this, just give me a call. Help you out with that O-line.
Shout out to Michael Rappaport too.
he's
Not fact checking.
Yeah,
Fact check on him.
You know, fact check?
No fact check.
Alright.
But yeah, bro, like,
Oh, he doesn't fuck with it.
No, hey, you gotta fact check.
He's
sometimes.
ready to
You
just.
got to.
well, I'm confused. What happened?
He likes fact checking.
You fact check everything?
No, chill. Not everything, but there's certain things like if it's something that's minor, then I don't care or whatever. But there's a lot of things that like yo, you're not gonna
Google on the spot.
especially people reposting. Like for instance, the Instagram thing. How many people reposted the Instagram is gonna own the privacy rights to
Oh, the
your
clown?
account? And no, the privacy rights to your account. If you don't post this message, I have
Everybody was a lawyer.
everybody on my Instagram posting. Oh no, but and then other people saying like, oh, but you forgot to put the special comment below the post, and then all of that was fake. Instagram's been had the same terms that they've always
But that's-
had, like, but everybody just got caught up in that
Monkey see,
monkey see,
do.
monkey
But that's
do.
pretty much just like how, I don't know if you've seen when everybody was like, oh, on Instagram, they have the rights to do whatever with your pictures. And then people.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's what you were talking about?
That's exactly what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
So now everybody was posting that, my bad. So now everybody was posting that. So my point on that is like, I gotta fact check. I'm not gonna go ahead and post that. And first of all, I'm not trying to post stuff like that that's like complete awareness for everybody, because at the end of the day, like, that's very
It's too much.
controversial.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, we'll be spitting out stuff that's.
yeah, but at the same time, I'm gonna fact check that, because I'm not gonna repost something like that without fact checking it when it takes 2 seconds to Google.
So it's hard to tell like what's real or not, because like you were saying and Flock was saying, we've been seeing these pictures for the longest, and it's kind of like, I mean, is this a picture from 8 years ago? Is this like, but videos are coming out too, so I don't know if it's real. I don't live in Brazil, I don't live in Peru, so I can't really tell if this is true.
And then another thing is like you don't even know if it was actually man-made or natural fires.
That's
like
true.
they were talking about like how it was man-made fires, and prior to the fires, like a week or whatever date it was, the native people around it just won went to court or won like a case where the land was, they wanted to use it for agriculture, and they kind of preserved the land for the native people, and they won that. Obviously 2 weeks later, now there's a natural fire. There's like a natural fire that's destroying the land.
So you think
to
it's
make
pretty
space.
like the government?
I don't know. I don't want to.
It's a conspiracy theory, and of course, like we're not conspiracy theorists, but it kind of a little bit. It kind of makes sense because okay, they just won that settlement, and now the president of Brazil really is not caring too much about what's going on. It's not getting a lot of exposure, so it could have been all right. We're starting this fire. You guys just won. Your whole land is burnt. Now what?
Yeah, now what is it worth to you?
Exactly.
It's just how important that forest is, though. And then I also feel like you're not gonna find out the truth right now.
Yeah.
It's gonna take.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
isn't it,
If
this
we
is
ever-
a different continent.
Yeah, bro.
Lord knows what's going on there right now. So it's like it's kind of hard for us to stay in the loop, but we could only go off of Instagram, Twitter, what your homeboy's posting, what the people you're following are posting. Everyone's trying to help. It seems like you have a lot of people being positive about it, but it just sucks that you won't know the truth at the end of the day until maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, a few months from now.
100%. And I feel like there's so much going on in the world at one point. Like we can't really tune into everything. So a lot of us focus on what's happening here and like get blurred out about what's happening everything else. Like ASAP Rocky just came home. He was in jail for like a month.
Which is why I think we don't find out about it until 3 weeks later.
Exactly.
Like how is that possible? How long before we find out the truth?
Exactly.
If it took 3 weeks to just find out it was happening, period.
And that's so much of our oxygen. That's like 20% of our oxygen, like right there in the Amazon.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a big deal. Like I don't know about y'all, but I can barely breathe. I be having asthma sometimes. So to go back to what Flock was saying about ASAP, like how do you feel artists like going to different countries now should move? Because now we seen, remember Future, his whole bodyguard got beat up and he just kept walking.
Jet Future.
And it's kind of like you can't do nothing to those people, because if you fight back, something's gonna happen to you rather than those people.
You stop going to that country.
Even Future, like
It's money.
the whole 56
That's what I'm
nights.
saying.
There's money somewhere. There's not enough money for you in the U.S. There's not enough money for you in like there's certain European countries.
At the rate that they're spending,
If Sweden offers you that bag, what's
that's not. What do you think he's making out there?
Yeah.
You think it's like 50K?
He's making crazy money,
bro.
I'm sure.
Now you can't go to every other foreign place because of one incident that hasn't happened to you your whole career. And
just stop going to Sweden. But you're not gonna know where to go. Like I know plenty of people go and they perform in China and stuff like that. China has
so what
completely
happens when
other
it
rules.
happens to you in New York?
That's not gonna happen to you in New York.
It's a little less.
You're not gonna get checked.
Yeah, you're not gonna get checked like that.
You might not get
It's
checked,
a little
but an
different.
incident might happen.
It can. It's more.
Now you're gonna ban New York.
Domestic, it's more
New York.
domestic.
But that's his hood. You know what I mean? That's not really gonna like. If he goes like Dave East was saying, like I'm not gonna stop going to Sweden. If they offer me that bag, I'm going because they have families that they gotta feed. I love ASAP. That's basically what he's saying, but they ain't got nothing to do with me. Like you know what I mean? I could go do my show and then go to my hotel, and that's true. You don't have to necessarily go explore, but they want to be regular people too.
Because remember, that's just Rocky. What about all the other ASAP members? Maybe they're eating out there too.
That is true.
And he will pull up and pop out at those shows. Now he's not.
But like with
So it's kind of like there's a lot of money missing there.
100%.
Sucks for Sweden.
That is true. But like what Flock was saying when the whole 56 Nights thing, when was it Esco who got locked up?
Yeah, well, yeah.
For 56 Nights?
Yeah.
It was, right? That's the whole purpose of 56 Nights was like he got locked up with like his hard drive and Monster was on that hard drive? Was it Monster?
I'm not even sure, but I know the whole segment of like 56 Nights was they were literally there 56 Nights and just thinking about it. Like, yo, it's just crazy that you could do such like I guess a minor crime or what's considered a minor crime in the U.S., but over there it's like
it's major.
Because I think for 56 Nights, if I'm not mistaken, it was just for what weed possession or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Whereas over here, depending where you are, it's
slap on the wrist.
A regulation or just slap on the wrist. And over there is literally time. Like, I'm just talking about years.
You know, we probably know mad people that got pulled over for weed or had weed and they're like still roaming the streets.
They make you throw it out. That is
exactly.
like, if you got another gun, you throw it out the window.
Bro, I mean, smoking is becoming so like regular now. Like, I understand growing up, it was like, oh my God, if you smoke, it's like, you know what I mean? But now it's kind of like, bro, it's like legal damn near almost in every other state.
What I don't understand in Rocky's case is that supposedly Sweden was just trying to like
prove a point.
Use it as an example.
Like we're gonna basically lock you up and show America that you guys, if you guys come over here, this is our country. Yeah. Which is, I mean, in a sense, it's kind of like messed up. But then you have Donald Trump saying "Free A$AP Rocky." You probably never listened to A$AP Rocky song in your life.
That's a whole different conversation.
A whole different
conversation.
So it was crazy to me yesterday when we were watching the game, and this man Andrew Luck just retired out of nowhere.
Breaking.
20? How old is he?
How old is Andrew?
29?
Like 29. He only played like 7 seasons. Legitly, he only played like 6, but he sat out a season.
Yeah.
What did he get booed too?
He got booed.
He got booed out
a week before the season. Like, how do you not know you were gonna retire before training camp? Or like, did he like try to give it a go and he couldn't do it? Maybe like, then you gotta respect it.
OJ was pissed.
My thing is, brother, I understand.
OJ drafted him. I drafted him too. It's a quick drop though. Like,
all you fantasy players out there, y'all sick right now. You might as well put them on waivers and decide what you gotta do for the rest of your season. Y'all sick. Anywho, what I was gonna say is, he said that he's doing it because of mental health, pretty much. That he's going through a lot. Brother, I'm going through a lot. I pay bills. I got car note. I got a lot of things I'm going through. I ain't gonna retire from my sport. I don't play a sport, but if I did, I would retire.
I don't think we don't know what's behind his head. We don't know what happened, but like the fact that he did it a week before the season,
it's crazy.
You don't know. Maybe he got hurt. Maybe he got hurt with another injury that he's not trying to deal with, and he's like, they're like, oh, you gotta get surgery or you can't play again, but you don't need surgery. We don't know.
I feel like, but that goes back to like mental toughness. Because if that's the case, Derrick Rose should retire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Boogie should retire. Boogie dead, yeah.
Oh,
Boogie going through it.
It's just tough because you don't know what they're going through at the end of the day. Too.
Exactly.
So
It could be something.
You never know. I'm gonna give him that slack because, like you said, we don't know yet. We don't know the truth, but that story's gonna come out. The Andrew Luck 30 for 30.
He's not done.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a shirt up here somewhere.
And
Andrew Luck 30 for 30.
And not gonna lie, if he did it right, he has enough money.
Oh, he's
100%. He doesn't have to pay back.
He is leaving what, like 51 mil?
Oh yeah.
Left 51
He's
mil.
one of
He left it behind.
Five more years, 5 solid more years in his career probably.
Yeah.
You know, he's still young. That's a 5 years of income of NFL income plus whatever, other source of income that the NFL can provide with him.
Exactly, endorsement deals.
I would
exactly.
need to look into it. I want to know, like, cause I didn't even get the chance. I was here in the store working all day. I didn't get a chance to like see like the preseason games from yesterday. Like or if there were any, or today did he play? Like, has he been practicing? Like, was this like?
Yeah, I feel like
I understand
it
he's
was
been
all
dealing with pain.
undercovers, and then
I understand he's been dealing with
pain.
pain. I understand he's been dealing with pain. Like all these NFL players, you know.
It's another thing too.
They
They
deal
could
with
be
that pain.
clearing him medically,
And he's
but he could be
he's not
feeling a
healthy.
different way.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
you're under contract.
He can always come back. Take a year, go chill, you know, spend time with the family, and then mentally come back. Who knows? You know, we don't
A
know.
lot of players have done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So the Chiefs. Yeah, we're not talking about them. I would talk about the Dolphins, but I mean,
Nah,
we're not in
please
a good
don't,
position to
please
talk. But since we're in the NFL topic, how do you guys feel about Jay-Z and a brand new deal with the NFL? I feel like it's gonna help, but I feel like it's kind of like a little bit of like a contradiction because he didn't do the what is it called? The halftime show, pretty much saying I don't need you guys need me. But then you're gonna sign a
Still
deal.
partnering up. Yeah, it's iffy. It's a little iffy.
It's different when you're an employee versus you're part of that boardroom now.
I guess.
So he maybe feels like he could change the halftime show to where he could put a better variety of artists, because it seems like it's usually the same like demographic of artists.
people.
You never know what.
All let's throw in a sprinkle of hip hop.
Yeah,
with,
and it'll be him. Obviously, Beyonce will have her opinion on it.
that is true.
So I think it's gonna be.
I want to hear what you guys say.
Yeah, my thing with that was
Fact check.
You gotta
thing
fact
was-
check it real quick.
Jermaine Dupri was offered the same
deal, bro.
last year.
And that's what blew me.
He
I
was
like,
offered the
what?
same deal last year. Obviously, Jay-Z's a mogul. People ask Jay-Z for advice. The rumor is, because again, I can't fact check. There's no way to fact check this.
There's no way to fact check.
I can't call JD and be like,
You know his number?
Fact check.
not
I'll tell
him,
you
not
that.
him.
Not yet. Hold tune in.
Alright, you gonna tune this up.
So JD turned down this deal after getting consulted by Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Not to take this deal. Who knows, for whatever reason. But at the end of the day, Jay-Z takes this same exact deal. Signed,
Is it really the same deal?
We can't
Reports
fact check
are-
it.
Reports are
that he
it's
took the
not
same
looking too
deal.
good.
Jay-Z
It's not
hasn't
looking
came
too
out and spoken against himself. I'm pretty sure he won't, but he doesn't have to. But you're turning down the same deal that
good. JD. had.
Jay-Z might have a different
Jermaine
agenda.
Dupri
than
was
that.
off. Yeah, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
you think he cared enough to call Jermaine Dupri and be like, "Yo, they just offered me the deal. Now I'm gonna accept
Hell no. He don't care. He's gonna do it regardless because he's
it."
home.
You know, like, I mean, we already know Jay-Z and Dame Dash situation. Jay-Z
Yeah.
now in Jermaine Dupri's situation, like.
It could be that Jay-Z felt.
I think there was
Yo,
a-
you're not the guy for the position, but I don't want to tell you that.
It
I think
could-
it's a bad move for you. Let me advise you against it. And then
It's a good move for me,
boom,
though.
it happened. They moved on to him. Which, if you're Jay-Z, it's like, damn, you went to JD first.
Yeah.
But is that not?
You know,
Yeah.
like,
Is
you
that
never
not-
know. Like, that's the tough thing about it. Like, I don't know what Jay-Z's thought process was, or what his options were.
I feel like that's kind of fucked up though in a sense because you think
Yeah,
you
that-
guys are
that
like
is.
real close. I don't know how close they are anymore, but they were close like back in the '90s. And it's kind of like, bro, you told me not to do this because of X, Y, and Z, and now you're gonna take it thinking that you can do a better job. I mean, that's basically what
It's fucked up, but when you're Jay-Z, you're probably looking at it like,
I can
yo,
do this
is
better
a
than you
great
can.
But you don't
opportunity
have
for
to
me.
know how close they are. Jermaine Dupri asked Jay-Z for his opinion. That means they have to be close.
Yeah, I
Like,
didn't
yo,
think
you're
about
not
that. You have to-
asking.
You could be close to someone and not want to tell them exactly how you feel about something.
that is true.
Not saying Jay-Z was scared to do so. It's probably, like I said, we don't know. But
The
maybe
only
that
thing
was-
that I can see it being okay will be like, yo, don't take this deal. We're gonna work them. We're gonna this. And you're gonna get this. And don't work together. We not like, yo, don't do this. This is bad for you, but it's good for me.
Did they say when he consulted him for that?
Last year? It is last
Also,
year,
the
beginning of
year
the season.
difference,
Probably,
the year
yo,
difference.
who's gonna do our Monday Night Football songs? Who's gonna do our this? Who's gonna?
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be the majority of what he's handling is the entertainment.
But with this deal, like I feel like Cap needs a job. Like there's no way around it. Like there's no more like you're exiled from the NFL.
See,
Like
now,
I feel like he needs a
Jay-Z can't
job.
do that though. Jay-Z can't be like, hey, Indianapolis Colts.
Pick up Cap because your star
Indianapolis
quarterback
Colts.
but
just
it
left.
happens though.
Nah.
A lot of people
3
are gonna
years
be like,
after?
yo, Hov, he's making plays.
Oh,
man.
yeah,
he got
but-
caught back in the league.
It's not gonna happen. Cap's, no one's gonna give Cap a job. At this point, it will be
He's Carmelo
way too big. He's Carmelo Anthony.
Even for Cap's situation, he's almost losing credibility in terms of what he did because of the whole settlement thing, and people just kind of feel iffy about it.
And he's getting older. Like, at the end of the day, he hasn't played competitive football.
Now he's still working out. You see them videos on IG.
Yeah, bro. Cap's still in the gym, bro.
He's still waiting for a call, but I mean, he's chilling. I'm pretty sure that settlement was fat, you know.
But my thing is like, people don't understand. Like, he got a settlement. People like bypass that, right? Because he got a settlement, and they're like, "Well, you got a settlement. You don't need to be back in the league." But I'm like, bro, that's not.
He's a football player.
He's a football player. That's his job. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, bro, if I sell shoes for all my life, like, and somebody's like, "Well, you can't sell shoes no more," but I'm gonna give you a check. Like, this is what I love doing. Like, you can't take that away from me. I like being around this. You know what I mean? This is what I love doing.
The blow hits harder too when you're getting exiled from the sport you love.
Exactly.
For speaking out on something you really believe.
I don't see
which is the truth.
I don't see Jay-Z having or doing anything for Kaepernick. In my opinion, more so, he needs to do something for Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah.
Like, yo, patch that up.
Oh boy, that was misunderstood. But then when it comes down to Cap kneeling because somebody got like a black dude got killed for not really doing nothing or fighting back a little bit. Oh no, he deserved that, or he should have been fighting back. But it's kind of like, bro, like, it makes no sense. There's a double standard. 110%.
Interesting enough, I wouldn't say that Jay-Z's not doing any of this for that. I know for a fact, actually, that he's been involved. Like, for instance, there was a Trayvon Martin conference that was at the Radisson Sheridan, whatever that is, in front of the airport, the Miami International
Airport. I know
what
you're talking about, yeah.
And he was there, like, low-key. A lot of people don't know this, but I know Jay-Z was there, and he was with Trayvon Martin's family and whatnot for that conference. He showed up, and it was a big deal. I heard about it, you know, just because I happened to be in the building.
Yeah,
and
that's fire.
For a matter of fact, he was there, you know.
That's fire.
And that was low-key. I don't remember or seeing that on the news, but I don't, you know, plug in too much like that.
Things get covered.
But at the same time,
which is like, talking about the shootings, there's so many that don't get covered,
bro.
Yeah. But at the same time, I think it's more about the money. You know, he will do a lot of stuff, and it's about his involvement. That you were asking, will he do positive? I think for a fact he will.
He still has good intentions.
Yeah.
Because even besides this whole NFL thing, there's situations of him paying lawyer fees for like people that he doesn't even know, just to help out.
Or how he got Meek out of jail. Well, how he helped to get Meek out of jail.
Yeah, other black, you know, he was supporting other black people, whether it be a celebrity or even a regular person. He paid for like lawyers for.
Because he asked in the conference, he was like, "So how many people do you know that I got out of jail or got out of prison?" You know what I mean? Like, I could count how many. Can you? And it was just kind of like, damn, bro.
Speaking about the JD thing, maybe those things that he did, getting people out of jail, helping other people, that built his confidence to where he's like, oh, this position is great for me.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Because my reach is much greater than JD's reach.
Yeah.
The people I know, the network of
they
people.
take me serious. Like, they're not gonna take you serious, bro.
I hadn't heard Jermaine Dupri's name.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know he was offered this deal last year.
Yeah.
Because it's Jermaine Dupri.
Exactly.
If it was Kanye West, you would have known.
Yeah.
If it was Cardi B, you would have known. But it's Jermaine Dupri, and it is.
Your man's young Travis Scott got a documentary. He getting chicken. So if we want to stay in the Kim family, we're not talking about Kim.
Oh yeah, Kardashian family.
He is a Kardashian family. You know what I mean? Like, he's getting that man.
He's eating on.
He's a
bag.
He's eating on.
He's been getting a bag since 2018.
Global phenomenon right now. Like he's
come a long way from
one of the biggest
Farrell.
artists right now.
A long way from Al Farrell.
I still don't think he's bigger than Drake.
It's crazy, but it's
What?
Wait, time out. Because I almost wanted to say something.
Yo,
like
Tessie.
Oh, no, but I wanted to say something. Drake had his Jordan. Drake had his Jordan.
Call the man up on the phone.
Contract. You got Drake's number?
Call Drake. He got it. Call Drake
Yo.
Call Drake on the phone.
Drake is a more successful. Coming from a huge. I traveled the country for Travis Scott. I went to Days Before Rodeo tour in Chicago.
Yeah, you're OD, Travis Scott.
I gotta
tell you, you're probably the biggest Travis Scott fan.
Travis Scott and Young Thug, man. Both of them.
You fucking like that too?
I love that.
Really?
New album.
So much fun.
I still haven't gotten a chance to.
But I was gonna say the OVOs didn't do anything. No OVO touches any shoes. Travis Scott. What? Yo, the blue ones are a rack. These are a rack. Low top, high top rack.
Are we talking about shoes? We're talking about music. Cause I'm talking about music. I'm not justifying the shoes being a successful artist.
Well, if you're talking about, I thought you were just talking about at the moment right now. I would say that Travis Scott is definitely more relevant than Drake right now in this moment.
Overall,
all time,
we give it to
whatever.
Drizzy got it.
We're gonna give it to Drake. But right now, anything Travis Scott right now.
He got the Midas touch. My thing is fashion. No, go ahead.
Drake isn't putting anything out though. He doesn't need to.
He's chilling.
Drake literally did. I'm gonna pick up this song from this year, this song from this year.
He gave us the greatest album.
Put it into an album, and it's still gonna be trending. It's still gonna be number one.
I hope he's doing it because he's raising
Care
his son.
package.
I don't know, but ever since the Sun thing happened, it's been awfully quiet for Drake. Ever since the Sun thing happened, it's been awfully quiet.
Had it down somewhere, tripping.
Artists will give you like greatest hits album.
No, he's not getting in the bag because Drake's gonna get buried with all his money.
Oh my gosh.
Just saying.
Nah, no way.
Money in the great face ass. But bro, I think fashion-wise, Travis got it.
Oh yeah, man.
Because Drake don't really care. Drake go to the club with sweats and a hoodie.
So he's the first artist to successfully do the whole selling merch online with, as an album sale. And that's the whole little gossip thing or what happened, the drama with Nicki. No, with Nicki. Nicki Minaj, because I think Nicki Minaj also released an album at the time when Astro came out.
Oh,
and
but she's saying
she was like, he had fake sales because he was selling merch.
Yeah, she was.
Why didn't you sell merch?
Fuck.
So
you're marketing.
You're marketing.
Can't sell the same amount of merch.
Oh, did you just say that?
I don't want to say that, but she gonna call in and she gonna yell at me like she did Joe Budden.
But that sounded like a crazy idea. She
just talking about Joe Budden
the album with a Barbie.
Yeah, exactly.
You have
a black Barbie with the album. A Queen Barbie. But I'm not saying nothing though. I need my check if you do that though. I need my check.
Shaq managed.
Just to be clear,
hello, I need my check.
You talking about Joe Budden, number 3 rapper of all time?
I don't want to talk about the list.
Damn, there goes the host.
I don't want to talk about the list. Come back. We're not going to talk about the list. That list is not real.
Whoever put that was fucking trolling. Sorry I cursed, but I don't give a damn.
Everything is a troll.
That's not even alternate facts. That's not fake news.
That's the most exposure Joe Budden
has got number 3
in years.
But
literally, yeah.
How many people,
he put it out himself.
How many people were speaking about Joe Budden when that
we're still talking about?
We're speaking about Joe Budden. All right, Joe Budden has gotten too much fame.
Too much talk.
You can't lose.
Something about Nicki Minaj butt or something like that.
Nigga, Barbies with the album.
That'll be fire. That'll be fire.
Like you can hit up Hasbro.
You can't be mad.
You can hit up Hasbro. They're fucking with music right now.
Exactly.
Hasbro will make your shit.
They just bought Death Row.
Signed to Death Row.
No Tupac figures coming soon.
But you can't tell me. So I was talking to my homeboy, right? And I was like, bro, what if somebody got signed to Hasbro? Like I'm taking them as a joke. Like you signed to Death Row, but Hasbro owned you. But then he was like, nah, but if they hired you as an A&R, tell me you wouldn't take the job. I said, hell yeah, I'll be first in line. I'll be A&R all them damn toys. Death Row, move Mr. Potato Head. Death Row, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care, like, I would do it. It don't matter.
Talking about fact checks, I don't know if you guys want to fact check me or the audience could fact check. Does Death Row even own Tupac's music?
I think they do.
Tupac guy, you got this.
That's hard.
No.
No.
You like to that's that one guy.
At that point, what?
But that's legal stuff. Like you're asking me about legal stuff. So legally, I know that
someone owns it.
His mom owns the rights to his likeness and all that for the clothes and stuff like that. So unless it's bootleg, it was through the Machiavelli brand. I don't know if she ended up selling that.
So what would you consider this? Like this the Tupac merch back here?
Bootleg.
Okay.
Straight. And and it's crazy, but yes, bootleg tees sell for
more
almost than some
actual
merchandise. Since,
Old bootleg.
yeah,
bootleg,
because like
bootleg.
a Machiavelli tee is not gonna make it on that.
Hell no.
But a Machiavelli tee is licensed merchandise, whereas this is a bootleg tee. But the Machiavelli tees didn't have like that graphic.
And can you show it real quick? Show it to the audience just so they know.
Yeah, whichever one.
Whichever one. We got what, 3 right here?
Yeah, 3.
And to be honest, these shirts are fire. Like
That's
if
what
he,
people are after, the graphic.
Some of the more
graphic
pricier
tees.
ones, yeah, the graphic tees. This is the, I guess.
how much do those tees run for about?
Man,
How much are you guys selling them for?
Those are $400.
Yeah, anywhere
Four-
from 4 to mid 400s.
And
Yeah.
that's like year wise. When did those come out?
Yeah, customers coming up.
Right. Year wise, like when did those come out?
These all came out while he was actually like rapping. Like,
So-
this tee usually has the song or the album
On it?
name on it. So like,
That's
I
like
Wonder
after
If
he
Another
died, though,
Got
right? Like that picture.
Are
in
You
the
Still
back?
Down? This is from the Are You Still Down? Do you remember me?
Oh, okay.
And then
No one on
this
top
the
of the line,
changes
man.
just a little bit.
Yo,
That one just
keep
is
your
too
hands off the
powerful.
Hasbro.
The Hasbro merch. That's
Wow.
crazy. That's wild.
Now we're gonna have to
that's
look for
super
Hasbro trademarks in the
That is
future.
fire. Hey, if you guys can't like see, like this whole wall is full of like vintage tees, which are fire. I mean, if you want to like throw in a little like
We'll
Yeah,
put a little
where-
Or they
picture
can
of
pull up.
and where you guys located at.
Yeah, they could pull up 7th Ave, 2852.
You don't even know the
Northwest
address.
7th
You don't even know
I'm
that.
wrong?
Damn it. You didn't know that.
We gonna have to cut.
2852?
We gonna have to cut him
Giving
out.
it to him like
What's-
7th Ave.
He like
52.
backwards.
Yesterday MIA. We are in West Wynwood, 2852
West side.
Northwest 7th
7th
Avenue.
Avenue.
You gotta let them know. People don't read. They don't listen.
Gang, gang.
If you're giving them that.
Unit 2.
Unit 1
We're
is
in the back.
there.
We're in the back.
We in the
back, next to Las Rosas. Las Rosas is blowing up. Shout out Las Rosas next door. Raw bar in Miami.
Shout out Jackie's.
Jackie's Cafe, little cafe spot.
Right.
I'll be getting my coladas and my Cuban toast there. Shout out them.
Fire. Croquetas.
Local spots. Let's actually touch based on local spots.
Bring back. What is it? What's the slogan? Revive 7 Ave. What is it?
Make
Make
Make 7 Ave great again.
Shout out Donald Trump and his team.
Right.
Everyone's just spinning that off.
Donald Trump.
Everyone's spinning that off. Make blank great again.
Make 7th Ave great again.
Run it.
But
Yeah.
other local spots, man, Miami coming up and coming. Other than ourselves, I like to believe that we're up and coming.
But as far as like you guys, like I wanted to touch on that. Because I know on the other side it's actually a sneaker store. What do you guys think about like the whole StockX situation right now? As far as like the prices for shoes are going.
Yo. Trying to pick up this phone call saying I'm filming a podcast. Can't even do that. Come on.
That would have been fire if you would have done
Yo, I'm filming a podcast. Come on. Film me.
Yo, so what do you think about like the prices of shoes skyrocketing? Because we were just talking about the other day and like North Carolina ones, like UNC, North Carolina ones, that sound like the
It's all good. It's all good. We got you covered on the nickname.
UNC ones, like the highs, are going for less than the lows right now.
It makes no sense.
Which
I
it
think
makes-
go for like the same numbers, but it's not.
It still
justifiable.
not at all.
Should not be anywhere near.
The lows should not be nowhere near the highs. Like
The
you know what I
low
mean?
with you, the
UNC.
UNC's,
Low top.
the ones.
It depends though, cause in small sizes that might be the case.
Okay, I see what you mean.
So like the market right now in StockX is just.
But even like
It seems like it's an Asian market to be honest, cause only
low key, it
the
was like an
small
8.5
sizes-
are going crazy.
The small sizes. So it's
And the
either
nines.
kids, women's, or an Asian market. One of the three.
But
Like-
the StockX at first, it made everything cheaper, and people were complaining. Oh my God, everything's so
StockX.
cheap.
It's pros and cons.
You know, GR shoes, I say general release shoes. Those would probably be the ones that are being affected most by StockX because Jordan's making hundreds of pairs, and then people are like, "Oh, I want to dump them." And the only place that you're gonna get an instant payout if you're not in the know, and you know like these spots locally where you can go and they'll buy back your shoes, then it's gonna be StockX, and you're gonna ship it to
Or
them and
Gold.
wait,
Yeah,
and or
sure.
Gold, and you're gonna ship it to them and wait, or Grillo, wherever
Yeah.
you want to sell your stuff.
Or Fly Club, or Daily MIA.
yeah.
Definitely daily.
Yeah,
Definitely.
If you're local,
Hey,
we're not
As
based
for
on
you're local, you
that
sleep.
stock market though.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
It's a different ballgame. You're gonna get paid out instantly. Now, you don't gotta wait 2 weeks. You don't gotta wait for somebody who doesn't really know about shoes to check your shoes
Authenticate,
out and tell
yeah.
you that they are not real or that they were worn and you know that they're not. So
I do think StockX and Gold made it to where like let's say I'm initially reselling a shoe, right? A Jordan Travis 1. At first, I might have wanted $1,100. Now with StockX, Go, I could sell that to you for $1,100. I might be like, oh, I killed that guy. I killed him on that sale. Made it easy, whatever it is, from retail to $1,100. Maybe like $900, because that shoe's like $200. So now, you have the shoe 6 months later, it ain't at $1,100 no more. Now you have the opportunity to resell it again. So I honestly feel like there's no right time to sell.
No, everybody's gonna eat a little bit.
Like, it's just so hard to predict it.
You could also buy the shoe for resale. Say you bought that shoe for $700, $600, or you're lucky you got it for the $600. You're gonna wear it for months. You're gonna sell it and get your money back or more still.
Perfect example,
That's
man.
crazy.
Perfect example was about a week ago or 2 weeks ago. If you would have bought basically any Jordan 1 a month ago,
even lows,
any Jordan 1 a month ago, at the price that it was at versus the price that it is now, you would have literally almost doubled your money.
Bro.
Supposedly StockX just opened up to the whole, basically Asia, and the Asian market, and that's what's driven all these prices up within the last week or two. And if you look at all these Jordan prices, you're talking about these GRs, like they were saying, going for $600 now, when legit a month ago it was still going around retail $200, $250.
So I went into a Finish Line probably like a month ago, like you were saying. It's crazy you brought that up. And you know those, I don't know the name of it, like the gym red
The ones, yeah.
Like they were all black. They kind of look like the
red
don't wear me ones.
Yeah, no photo.
Exactly, no photo ones.
Not for resale, not for resale.
Not for resale.
Yeah.
Apologize. So they were sitting like on the shelf, and they had like a good amount of sizes. I go on StockX now, and they're like $300.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I'm like,
man.
what? Why not buy them? Like, what?
And only in certain sizes again.
Yeah,
it's
bro.
only 9.5 and down.
And I was like, at 8.5, it's like
only-
$350, and I'm like, huh?
What's so bizarre to me is that kid sizes, grade school sizes, sometimes are selling for more than men's sizes,
And that-
which is
that-
completely opposite how
For
it
a
used to
lot more too.
And that sucks because I have a homeboy named Aaron, and he wears like a little baby size. He's only like this
be.
big.
He's
only like this big.
Shout out.
He's only like this big, and he wears
passive
like,
aggressive diss.
he only was like a little baby
ass
size,
man.
and it's so hard for him to get shoes, especially at that price.
It used
I
to
feel
be
so
easy,
bad for
though.
him.
He had like
What up, Aaron?
10 years.
Tell Babyfoot Eric to come to the.
He had like 10
We
years,
got
so it's, he was saving money on shoes. You were getting them cheap, but now the market for small feet is horrible.
It's crazy.
If you're a size 8,
I'm happy
great
I'm
for you. I don't know how.
I'm happy
you,
I'm 11 sometimes. When it comes
11 is a good.
when it comes to
you're
women's
getting
shoes though, that's
stuff
kind of
cheap.
hard. It's like the satin ones, like that price is
Yeah.
ridiculous for me.
Which-
You gotta get
which
the 12,
then
which
it-
is really a 10.5, which doesn't really fit.
fit exactly. My
And
toe
then that
like this.
market is flipped. The bigger sizes will go for more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you guys see as far as like consumer base? How does that work for you guys?
Consumer-based items.
Yeah, like as far as like small, big sizes.
For us personally, we sell any
little
size,
bit of
but like
What's your most seller? Like what's like size wise?
It's just
I wouldn't say size wise, but definitely model or brand wise.
Yeah.
Like shoe
Like,
brand-wise.
even though, like, for example, personally, I have yet to own an actual Yeezy, but hands down, I would say, Yeezy, all three.
Really? You?
Are I don't own any Yeezys. I'm a straight swoosh for life.
Swoosh
like
life?
Nike.
Well, what about Nike
Adidas
Yeezys?
Yeezys?
Any Adidas Yeezys.
750.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say
No,
yeah.
no,
Nike.
no, I'm not. What's that?
750?
Nah, 750 is the only the only Yeezy I like. That's super underrated. I think sleeper shoe.
That's
750's OD.
But what I'm trying to say is that I would say 350s are one of our top sellers right now within the last year, man. 700s, 350s, they sell themselves, man. With Off-White being up there too.
And that's
Jordan
that they
ones.
make a ton of those shoes. Like they release endless quantity, and they're still 350.
I was gonna say the
They're
price
still
still goes
300.
up.
Did
It will take forever to
restock
come out.
How many
like,
times did they
4
restock?
times, and they'll still.
They restocked Wave Runners like 7 times.
And they
That's
still
just
400.
And they're still $400. It's still going for over retail.
So like it's crazy because that shoe, it'll get restocked. Let's say a Zebra will get restocked 3 times. On the 3rd time, the price will plummet.
But then give it like 3-4 months.
Give it like a week or 2, price is already up.
So it was like that with the creams, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
And like a
Fight Club was
Cream
giving the
creepy.
creams.
Cream's
they were-
creepy.
They were giving them away for like 200. under retail.
Yeah.
And now they're what, like 275?
They're creepy.
All right, around there. I would
Some
say.
sizes will hit 3.
Yeah,
But
sometimes.
then it's like for a store like Davy, for example, you got consigners.
And where are you guys located?
Daily is in West Wynwood or Allapattah area.
Okay.
Right now. But same address, 2852 Northwest 7th Ave.
Unit 1, fool.
Unit 1 on that one. This is Unit 2. But yeah, as far as for that side, like you can have a customer that comes in, I want 400 back. They don't care that the market's 300. And then you have a customer 10 minutes later, yo, where's that size 10 zebra for 450? And then you're like, oh, I mean, we have it, it's right here. And boom, they buy it.
And in your head, you're like, this is crazy.
They don't care, they don't want to order it, they don't want to wait. They're either buying from you because they know all your stuff is guaranteed authentic. They don't want to wait for shipping. They might have a fit to go with it later on.
You're paying for the luxury of time. So
and that really, like that happens the most with Yeezys or Off-Whites.
We were talking about like how Joe Budden was the topic of conversation for like 2 weeks. It's hilarious. He just had a pool party, and I don't know if you guys seen like Drake was trolling him.
No.
So Drake was like trolling him on his like live, and was like just making
free publicity, man.
Bro, making crazy jokes like, oh, the girl in the
pool.
Yeah, bro. He was like, play, pump it up. It would have the crowd go crazy.
Yeah.
or the girl in the back.
And that's publicity for Drake.
Yes, bro.
And so much publicity for Joe Budden. Remember when he went up to the regular dude's car?
The Drake fan.
Yo, get the fuck
bro,
out of the car.
look,
I'm actually made the
bad
Drake fan
publicity
get out of
for
the
that
car.
guy. He takes it and he knows what to do with it.
100%.
And then on his podcast, he has
So the whole
that
thing with
platform
Migos, too, the whole
where
Migos
it's
thing.
like that's his defense. When he goes on the podcast, now he's spitting his side of the story.
Yeah.
Oh, you see. Because when he dissected the Drake album, Scorpion, he put it out there.
Yeah.
Yo, this is about Kanye West.
Yeah.
This is why I think it
The
is.
whole half hour.
This is this room. These are these people.
I give him credit for that though. I feel like that was a good dissection.
And it seemed like to
Okay,
me,
like, a
in
good
my
interpretation
opinion,
of
he
that.
hit that right on the head.
Yo, so he was
And
like,
he used his
Especially how we're saying that Drake had to
as a
like
platform.
revert and redo all the lyrics and all those songs because of like the
So-
time frame and the whole Adonis thing.
So basically, Drake was like on the live. He was like, "That shit looks like a sponsor by Four Loko," pretty much like his party. He was like, "Nah, the girl in the back."
I do wonder if that's Drake though, because he
says-
doesn't
it
come
says-
off like. I mean, is that him behind the phone?
I guess.
Like, because he's typing there, no?
She was like, "Nah, the girl in the background trying to crack on me. She looked like she a part of Travis Porter's management team." Remember Travis Porter?
Yeah.
Nobody cares about them.
Yo,
Sorry.
it just doesn't seem
is
like
Travis
it
Porter
doesn't
doing
seem like that's very Drake like.
Bro, he said, "Pump it up will turn that Airbnb into a frenzy." So he
But
shit
then
on him too.
Airbnb
He
is
called his house an Airbnb. That is crazy.
It
So
probably is an Airbnb.
He's a good troll though. Drake is a good troll.
100%, 100%. But I feel like, all right, this is like a real legitimate question. Do you feel like since he passed the Beatles now, he has more hits than the Beatles? Like, is he top 10 artist of all time?
I think he's top 5 though.
All time?
Yeah.
But
I'm biased.
But wasn't Wayne top whatever all artists of all time because he sold 1 million in a week? Like like that list, how many? Like, is it 1 through 5 or is it 1 through 20? Because for any
so
accolade like that,
Artist, any genre? We talking
Any
about
genre, any genre. So my thing is,
I'm not gonna give him top 5 at all, and top 10, I don't think he's in that
he
either.
doesn't like it. He doesn't like it.
you don't like it?
I love Drake.
No, but you don't.
But
You don't.
top 10 of all time?
It's
No,
different
we've got
music,
it,
though.
like,
Different music.
like,
Mind you, his run is not even over yet.
yo,
That's what
but-
I'm saying.
Yo, we got people on this wall
That are crazy. Yeah.
that will be like, you know,
And mo-
spitting in their graves, like if they heard like they didn't make
But
the
music
top.
is a lot different.
It is.
I feel you. I feel like Drake is the LL Cool J of our time.
I honestly think it's like LeBron.
Fact check.
Nah, fact check that shit.
Someone fact check this guy
You
right
gotta
here.
fact check that. That's an opinion.
Nah.
It's an opinion. I just
back
remember.
I mean, record sales are facts. I don't know, numbers don't
I
lie.
don't
That's
know.
the
I
thing.
never see LL Cool J get a not like 11 number ones.
No.
And
LL Cool J had a
longevity
lot of hits.
of a career. I mean, and I'm basing, like I said, it's not a fact, but I'm basing the opinion on like Drake is not going
Anywhere.
anytime soon.
It don't matter what
and
you would
over
have to-
time,
you would have
more
to-
sales,
you would have
more
to
streams.
you would have to reevaluate that over like the entirety of the body of his work because he's not done. I don't think he's done. Like, you know,
Yeah,
like,
but it's been
So projected. I think
consistent.
projected wise,
He's top 10 all time.
He's a living, hands down.
So my thing is like when I think about
so
top,
who's the number one?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
I'll put him number one artist of all time. Like he was the type of person that
shout out JP.
Do we throw groups in the top artists because like then
you
it's
can put
like
the Beatles.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like if groups like Beatles, like are we talking about Kiss? Like
But my thing is
Kiss? Are we talking about rock bands? Cause like
everything. But
Wu-Tang Clan, like he already out of the top
feel
five.
like-
I wouldn't put Wu-Tang in top 10.
I feel like those people.
we're talking about commercial now. We're not talking about like he's a raw spitter or lyricist. Sales.
Wu-Tang was
Sales.
international
Sales and-
phenomenon, but sales like I can look on this wall and probably pick like, you know.
Over Drake's
you
career,
brought
Okay,
up-
so-
Drake's projected
you brought
career.
up Wu-Tang, right? You brought up all these other people too, the rock bands. Think about
Let's say rock bands more than Wu-Tang.
think about like their
Some-
buzz, their magnification of what they do. Then think of Drake's.
It's crazy.
Like the numbers will never. Like they don't even scratch the surface.
Yo, how many years has Drake been doing it?
09?
10 years?
09?
Well, yo, a rock band say like a Kiss.
25, 30?
They're big.
30.
But then look at how
Well,
big in
not-
such a short time.
And 30 on
When you
top,
make music-
yeah, 30 on top.
But you can't albums rock
To the-
That's
rock
different.
bands, rock bands
Yeah.
release albums
But-
every like
okay,
very
no,
like, sporadic.
No, but I was also asking, are we including that? Because I mean, if you want to go into like greatest artist of all time, I'm thinking Michael Jackson.
I was,
So when you think, or me personally, when I think of like greatest artists of all time, I think of somebody that is immortalized. Like so,
Bob Marley.
I think of like
But then
immortalized
go
people.
back to
That's not sales, but that's not. Does Bob Marley touching Drake in sales?
But can you put Kiss
think
in that
so.
like immortalized like category?
The thing is that it's like is that of our time, you know. So like you gotta kind of like that's like saying like Will Chamberlain again. Like how many greatest of all
Or
time
how about this?
conversations can we even
I got a
have?
hot take for y'all. Right now for the youth, someone being immortalized. He just passed away.
X.
Like Tentacion. Tentacion right now
But
is
he's not gonna be greatest of all time.
He's dropping another album too.
Yeah, like this.
not to you, but I mean, not even to myself. I'll agree.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of a lot of young people that are
immortalized.
are just gonna keep on talking about him.
I don't
and
think
gonna make him a legend.
I don't think that's
Nipsey.
global impact, like where like people would die in the crowd
For him.
when
Mike
Michael Jackson was
Jackson.
performing in wherever. People
Or
dying
grown
in
men
the
are
crowd.
crying.
People are having heart attacks.
Different times though. Grown men crying. You cannot get caught crying at a concert. Like, it's different times.
But there's
bro.
nobody
Like,
that will make you cry at a concert like Mike Jack anymore.
Exactly.
You know what I
because
mean?
We're different as people.
That is
now.
true.
It's not cool to
Cry.
relate to music in a certain way. Especially emotions. People are gonna say, "Oh, you're suicidal. You're."
Now people Drake and drive.
So Drake.
Right.
So
There's all these types of
Come
songs
on, man.
about.
So are we saying that Drake for sure passed Jay-Z already? Are we saying that? Like
Right now?
that's a legend.
Right
That's
now?
a
Immortalized person.
that's an
That's why
immortalized
that
rapper.
conversation to me is
It's
really like
sticky.
there is no
It's
such thing.
opinionated.
Like there's
Yeah.
so many. There's people out there you can't tell them Jay-Z is not number one.
Absolutely.
And I know people.
And there's the not.
But then there's people that love Wayne.
But then that's again like we're getting off of the
They don't do what Drake does though.
of
That's
the
the
actual like artists and then subcategories. But Wayne is top 5 for me artist wise, like as far as rappers, but he's not.
But that's just
top
one
10.
subject.
Exactly, he's not
I
top
feel you
10
on
in
that,
all
too.
artists. So like you got to put like
Entertainers of all time. Prince.
yeah, Prince, Madonna,
But that's the thing,
Madonna.
like
Elton John,
when
Stevie
you're talking
Wonder.
about Drake, it just seems like he does all of that.
Like he's up there for me, but like he touches everybody.
We didn't see. We're not gonna put like some people will be like, oh,
Stevie Wonder has to be there.
Jimi Hendrix.
Jimmy.
It's just
Those
fun.
are immortalized.
But think about who we're comparing Drake to right now.
Yeah,
Those are all
we're
intact.
talking-
Kinda
that's what
like-
we're talking about.
That kind
Seals
of
it.
He's in the conversation.
That he's for sure you can't compare him to anyone that has come out in the last 10 years.
And you
Because
have
he's
to
getting
you know?
kind of like LeBron
yeah,
being
immortalized.
compared to Jordan. You're not gonna do that about KD right now.
And that's another thing. Like, people have never let LeBron finish his
exactly.
career. Then we
Same
talk
thing
about
with Drake.
it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Drake. But
They
when
never
you-
let Kobe finish his
all
career.
these people that
Yeah.
we're talking about has been old rock bands, old singing legends, old pop artists We haven't mentioned any.
Talking about genres, rap
That's
and
how
hip hop.
great he is. That's how
Rap and
great
hip hop
he is.
every year, and talking about it on a global scale, just gets more popular, more popular, more popular. So like now, obviously back then it could be pop or whatever. It's been on a global scale. That was like the thing. I think rap and hip hop is probably the number one genre
in the
just
world.
like rock in the 80s and 90s or whatever was probably number one. You know, rap and hip hop was up and coming.
And I feel like that's because when you dissect an artist like Drake, he's not just rap.
He's not
Singing,
he's
doing
pop.
this, he's doing that.
He's pop
talking,
culture in a sense.
But
you
if-
get me?
but
Like
if
it's
we're gonna go into
different.
those
He
guys-
has women on his side.
Yeah,
he
that's
has men on his side. Some artists don't have any type of women on their side besides the 15%, 20% or some crazy low number. Like this dude probably has more female fans.
I give Drake
fans. Like that's big, bro.
I give Drake
Females drop money
the
on him.
respect, but I don't know if he's in my top 5. Like greatest artists of all time.
I just feel
performers
like
of
how
all
many
time.
households
But
can
look,
walk-
but if you're gonna talk about that, like we haven't mentioned Kanye West. And
Thank
Kanye
you.
West
Bro.
is like,
But
come
that's
on.
where the conversation gets tricky. Like,
But
he's
no, but
well-rounded. He's a well-rounded artist.
Kanye's top 5
I
all
can say-
time.
Yeah, and I can say that Drake is.
There's too many top 5s.
Drake is.
Not
Drake is
adding up.
It's like
But
top
Kanye-
5, 1 through 55. Like,
But Kanye, okay, so I feel like Kanye has to be top 10 artist of all time. Like he has to be that. Because,
favorite artist, by the way, shout out Kanye.
shout out Kanye.
Kanye, nobody mentioned Kanye, and
Because,
I'm
bro,
here like, yo, like we're talking
He
about Drake,
changed the game
which is
so much.
Kanye's not selling X amount of albums, or he's not doing deals with Apple, or he's not in a beef with this guy.
no,
it's
he's got the
different,
most
bro.
selling shoe in the,
Yeah, it's different.
world,
It's
right?
different. And then when his
Bitcoin, he
music-
doesn't have that.
Well-
I still say Jordan is, but I'm saying like he's got the most sought after, one design, which is that 350.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know if it is that, because I will say Jordan 1 is that.
Right now, yeah.
Jordan 1,
Yeah.
I will say that, okay, and then Jordan 1 is just kind of like one Jordan model. We're not talking about 3, 4, 5. Like, it gets
But
out of control.
you
But
mentioned-
the Jordan 1, I would say, in all the colors that it comes in and everything, like that's your best selling Jordan.
But another
right?
thing is in terms of credibility, if you want to get real technical with it, Kanye is actually designing those shoes.
Yeah, Jordan didn't
It's
design.
different. It's
Tinker
different.
designed. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know if you want to get that technical.
Jordan did his thing.
I'm
Jordan
pretty sure
said
Jordan
yes,
has,
no.
has
That's
exactly,
how I feel
exactly, yes.
about.
You know,
Of
Jordan.
course.
They will bring Jordan the prototype. He'll play ball in it. Decide if he wants to
Yeah,
wear
of
it.
course.
Yeah.
Wear.
That's
But
how
I feel like that's
about the
still
OVOs
like.
and the Travises. These are models that people already love.
Yeah.
And then you're throwing a Cactus
But do
Jack
you-
logo. You can't compare that.
You don't think
to
he turned
a
the check
brand
around?
new,
Thank
like,
you.
yo,
Yeah.
you've
Nah,
never
A
seen
brand
this
new
before,
model.
but
So
you love it
Kanye
already.
is Tinker and Jordan in one. in
And
a sense.
that's why I say Kanye is top 5, because he's transcended every genre, bro, from music to fashion to
And
just
broke all the
culture, bro. He
barriers,
broke
all the
all the
barriers.
Yo,
barriers.
that's why I couldn't
From
help but mention
Louis
him.
V to-
He did it with
From-
he did
you
it
know
with the
what I mean?
Nike, and then everybody was like, oh yeah, whatever. Kanye could leave Nike, and but they haven't had like that. Like
They wanted
the
Fear
model
God
that they
to
had
beat
with
Kanye.
that Solar 2 with the
OD.
Red October, like that model right there. Like they could retro that right now, and that's the hot shoe.
That
Yeah.
is Nike's equivalent to the first.
But-
That like the Jordan 1 of those type of shoes. Like,
Yeah.
The Yeezy
Well, the bling.
spawned Just Don. It spawned whatever Jordan.
Virgil
Cruz.
White.
All these hybrid shoes.
The new-
It spawned
Yeah.
Virgil. Like
Yeah.
he's connected to a lot of things that are popping right now because of him.
Yeah, he's
And
crazy.
all the people that he had like right next to him the whole time, all those dudes are designers of some type of
Yeah,
brand.
but we're not talking about the music now, which is what I was trying to talk about the music more.
That's
Not-
the thing about Kanye.
Yeah, we gotta kind of go back to that.
Drake's-
We're getting a little bit
Drake's
off track.
whole career.
We're getting a little bit
Yeah.
off track. My bad, but that's my
Pinwheel.
fault
Yeah,
too.
you're good.
But it's just because when you talk about Kanye, he does so much more than just make the music. But in terms of his music alone, when he was just recently touring, even for some of these albums that. Some people didn't love, but he was still performing crazy shows.
I mean,
and
who
selling
spawned
out.
that type of music? Who spawned
the
it? Backpack rapping. A lot of people give that credit to Kanye West. He was the first.
But is that what Drake?
There wasn't other Drake.
He was a backpack rapper though.
Drake?
Like that's he.
Drake started.
He started backpack rapper.
You listen to So Far Gone.
Yeah.
Even his
he
first album
throws a
was
lot like
he changed a lot.
Comeback season
after Thank Me Later.
Oh hell yeah.
A lot. Take
I
Care.
never got that feel. Like
if you listen to Thank Me Later and you listen to Take
Care is different.
It's like a completely different.
Yeah. But you gotta give a lot to The Weeknd though. The Weeknd helped Drake mold his sound so well.
But now give those lyrics to Kanye. Give that entire album to Kanye. It's not the same.
It's not.
It's not. In my opinion, it's not the same effect.
But Drake is different than
because
Kanye.
Drake touches that female demographic, an entire
Kanye doesn't really
gender.
But Drake is
that kind of automatically likes the music.
But Drake
that's what LL Cool J did. My bad for cutting you
You're
off.
good.
But Drake
that's
is.
what LL Cool J did.
I see
But
what you
Drake
mean.
is-
I see where you're getting at.
You know,
But he
take
didn't
out
do
the
it.
shirt and shit like that. Like he was.
I see where you're getting at.
dude and
Rap,
very
R&B.
sexual about his lyrics and stuff like that.
But he didn't do it as well as
Drake
Drake
is rapping and then
singing.
giving you a singing chorus and jumping back into rapping.
Yo, LL Cool J's an MC first of all.
Oh yeah.
He did the Hey Lover later.
To me, they're just hard.
See, this could go on
You
forever.
get me? Like,
all right.
it's
So before we go on,
But wait,
a hard
what's the
tangent.
question? Okay, first we gotta specify what's the basis of the list.
So-
'Cause now you're saying well-rounded. Are we saying just
So-
greatest artist?
Artists,
Period.
That includes everything.
The basis on the list
And
is
I'm talking music.
everything.
I'm not. When I say well-rounded, I'm not talking about his shoes or his OVO shit. I'm talking about in terms
Music.
of rapping, singing, flows. He copies people and makes the shit hot.
So you know
like,
what we-
things like that. Like that's what I mean by well-rounded.
So the
Some
next
artists
one-
only do rap.
So in the next episode, you know what we have to do? We have to start off with our top 10 artists of all times list.
Yeah.
That's how we have to start off.
Drake could be on the list. I'm not saying he's not.
Some people might just put Drake.
Drake. Nah.
So-
Dylan.
So your guys' job, comment below and let us know if Drake is in your top 10 list of all time. We're gonna let you know in the next episode.
Or post your top 10.
Or post your top 10 list. Tag us.
Flood the comments. All 5.
Tag us at Daily or at Culturalnoise on Instagram and let us know what you guys think. We want you to comment, subscribe, hit that like button on the bottom right here. Look right there. And get ready for the next episode. Next episode, we're gonna start off with, what did he say?
Yeah. We're gonna do the top 10 list. All artists. And each of us are gonna present our top 10 list.
God willing, we're gonna also have our fourth business partner.
Shout out Boss Man.
Young
Yesterday and
Grills.
Davey, our fellow Jonathan.
He wasn't here right now. You know what I mean? He was
Busy.
This is him actually. Reincarnated.
he was
here.
pondering.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'll be here next time too. So guys, just please.
That guy loves music, so I
that'll
wanna
be
see
fire.
His top
His
10.
take, yeah, his top 10
It's
is gonna be fire.
gonna be